Hello again, this is Pearls, and doing part 2 of Deadly Rooms of Death, my first Let's Play ever. Last time we talked, I had run out of time because I have a tendency to ramble and explain things very poorly, and we missed just the end of the level, which is marked by usually a long set of stairs, which Beethro will now descend and continue his contract of exterminating all the things in King Dugan's dungeon. Beethro's a bit rusty, but the next level should get him in good chopping form. See, I can't read. Funny story. So this is King Dugan's Dungeon version 2.0. The original version, or at least even some of the newer versions, not this one, but these walls were some bright hot pink, to which I often questioned the style. I mean, considering this is supposed to be a dungeon, King Dugan had some interesting ways of torturing his prisoners. I mean, if I saw some hot pink walls for the rest of my natural life, I might be a little upset too. And I don't know if that'd really fall under cruel and unusual punishment, but I would definitely think about it if I were a judge or something. Because, my goodness, that'd be ridiculous. Hot pink. Not every wall was like that, but some of them are like a pastel blue. But for whatever reason, in this particular version, they tried to make it a more, I don't know if reasonable is the right word, but pleasant, less obscene.
Clear.
Greenish pastel, at least so far. I actually have not played this particular version of it yet. I managed to acquire it for this particular making of this Let's Play. So, things are going to start getting a little bit more complex now. Oh, I died. This game is kind of nice where if you press the backspace button, you can reverse exactly one move if you have the dexterity in which to do so, which is inordinately handy as you experiment with, I wouldn't say trial and error, but it feels like that sometimes. So yes, the backspace button is a lifesaver. Quite literally, because when you press it after you've died, you come back to life, so I think lifesaver was the perfect term to use there. I should probably start explaining some advanced techniques that are helpful for solving King Dugan's dungeon. If you click on an orb, you can see exactly what it's going to affect ahead of time. A green means its exclusive purpose is to open those floor or those movable walls. Red would mean obviously close, and orange would mean toggle, meaning if it's closed it opens, if it opens it closes. We gotta corral these roaches outside, taunt them into my general direction, and then deal with them accordingly, leading them into my trap. I don't want to walk too far. Well, actually, I can't. Never mind. I can't get past there anyway. So I want to get as many in here as I can. And I don't know how that happened.
Ha!
And with the killing of the final roach, Beethro yells out a very stringent "Ha!" as if, well, I'd be pretty happy too if I just fought off a horde of bloodthirsty roaches. Oh, this is a new enemy we haven't met before, the Queen. See a little timer on the left there? As that approaches the equivalent of noon, I guess, the spaces immediately adjacent to the Queen's will start to hatch new baby roaches. Well, baby as in monstrous Beethro-sized roaches that feast on my innards. So you kind of have, this is where efficiency starts coming into play, where not taking care of things. Oops. Wow, that's kind of loud. Not taking care of things in a timely manner is a punishment. So I have to go through these things 3 times, tagging each one of these orbs, and each time it takes a little bit longer to get through because I have to deal with more and more roaches. So less more and more spawn. And now that I've gotten those 3 panels up there open, the rest of this should fall right into place. We'll take care of the queens now. Queens are like the exact opposite of roaches, in which they will go out of their way to run from you. Which makes them kind of unique and difficult to manage, seeming they're constantly producing an army of roaches in which to thwart your pursuit of them. Oops, I can go this way. They are a very interesting unit and
Clear.
provide a lot of good puzzles. Okay, I think I gotta go down now. And not run my head into things. That'd probably be helpful, I think. I'm going the right way, right? I don't know. This floor's kind of big. Still, the puzzles aren't all that amazing. There are a lot of just orb puzzles that don't really show off any of the cleverness that comes later. This game will have solutions that once I finally solved them, I felt like pretty much a hero, that I could just save the human race should a crisis arrive, and simply because DROD had trained me to handle the most ridiculous of situations. And I mean, killing roaches, that's a common problem in like Miami, right? If I had to go to Miami and exterminate some roaches, I wouldn't even use chemicals, which are harmful and cause cancer and all sorts of nasty things. I would just use a big ass sword. So that's pretty heroic, I think. And I have to, and it's not just wanton killing with this big ass sword. It's exacting and able to instill shrill, harsh, maniacal laughter out of success. I don't know if going down is going to save me any time first. Oh yes, it is. Oh, another new enemy.
Hey, a Wraithwing,
Hey.
all by himself too. That means I could be chasing him all over the room.
Wraithwings are an interesting unit. Oops. I'm going to try to see if I can model his behavior. They're kind of cowards. They run from you, they chase you, and their relationship, like how they decide to run from you, is kind of unique. In that they won't, like, they can retreat at diagonals, but if you are on the same lateral row or column as them, and start pursuing them straight at them, they will only retreat backwards, which is kind of weird. Another thing they do that's pretty bizarre is if there's more of them, they are more or not likely. I guess there's some code to it, but I can't quite figure it out. They get braver. That one wouldn't come within 5 squares of me.
That queen will make tons of new roaches by the time I get to the orb and back.
This is just tedious. I guess I could take these diagonals, save them time, but it won't really matter in the end. Anyway, the Wraithwings, the gargoyle things, if there's more of them, they will approach you more confidently, such that if there are enough, they will straight up attack you and get in your face and try to kill you. Another thing that's interesting about them is if you force them into a position, but for whatever reason don't kill them, and give them the opportunity to have the move to strike at you, such that you're a square away, and you haven't killed them, they will try to kill you. But in general, if they have not that opportunity, they will flee if they have the opportunity. Oh, this is a situation where I can... Oh, I need to finish up. I'm almost done here. I think this will be our last room for this particular floor. See, the queen's just constantly spawning roaches, so I gotta consider how I best want to deal with her. I'm not sure which way I want to go from here. Probably down. You gotta make... Nah, no, I'll come... Oh! Well, yep, now I'm going down. But this is where I'm going to end my video, since I am running out of time. So stay tuned, and we'll finish up the second floor on our next video. Signing off.